Let's go dive my local kelp forests in search of the California sheephead. These guys are relatives of the rock wrasses, the senoritas, and parrotfish. They like to eat hard-shelled animals such as sea urchins, mollusks, lobsters, and crabs. I'm going to try a dry aging technique, so instead of going for the big ones, these guys get up to 36 pounds. I want to go for a small one so I can experiment without wasting a lot of meat. Hey everyone, John Stenstrom here from Cast and Spear. Today we are going to be taking this sheephead that we caught spearfishing out in Palos Verdes. We dry aged it for 5 days, and now we're going to fillet it, and we're going to do a little experiment. We're going to fillet one side, we're going to take off the skin, we're going to throw that in the air fryer, then we're going to take the other one and we're going to cook it over the gas stove and see if we can get a nice crispy layer and see how that 5 days of dry aging makes this fish taste any better than just say shooting it that day, cutting it up, and cooking it fresh. I have a strong suspicion that dry aging it is going to make it way better. But let's test it out ourselves. So let's dive in. We have a dry aged sheephead. It's been here for like 5 days. It's been a little bit long. No smell at all. Wow. And I have this one on the inside. Take a look at the inside. Now let's do an experiment. We're going to take one side and we're going to fillet it, and then we're going to take the other side, we're going to fillet it, but we're going to cut off the skin and we're going to air fry it and see if we can make chicharrones out of it. Alright, we have our fish. Put this sharpener away. Take our knife. Here we go. It's been a couple of weeks since I've filleted fish. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself too much. Cut in. Here are 3 tips to make it easier to fillet. Number 1, use a sharp knife. Take the time to do maintenance sharpens from time to time. It's just going to be a lot safer. Number 2, take your time when you are filleting. When you go fast, a lot of times that's where you make mistakes. And then number 3, when you finish a fillet like we did right here, I didn't on this one, but you can hang the head of the fish off the cutting board to give it a little bit flatter of a surface, so it's easier to cut your second fillet. Alright, we just finished filleting. We have some collars there. So we're gonna turn one into chicharrón, and then we'll try maybe like steaming it in some, like a stir-fry-ish kind of thing with some soy sauce. And then the other one we'll do a sear and fry. For this, I don't like to waste fish as much as possible, so we're going to chop this guy up. We'll use it in a broth or a stock. Put in the Instant Pot. So the one fillet that I kind of messed up a little bit here, we'll do this one for the chicharrón. We'll leave this one for the searing. So we'll put that over here for this. But now that's a clean fillet. We got our cheap $17 gas stove. Let's light this bad boy up. Boom, there we go. Now we're gonna throw a nice little bit of butter once it gets hot. Keeping this super basic. I actually just finished some jiu-jitsu, so I'm a little bit tired. Cool. Ooh, you can see that bubbles start to go. Starting to smell real good in here. Let's take our fillet, skin side down. So my buddy said to put weight on top of it to make sure the skin fries down. So we have this ceramic plate that I'm using with my hand. Remove it, that's what it looks like. Smells like heavenly butter. Oh, look at that. Crispy skin. Edges are looking good. Oh, I can't wait to try this. Oh, it smells like bacon. Might just be fish bacon. See how crispy this is. Nice and crispy. I think it's done. Turn it off. Nice and flaky. Okay. plate. And that is our fillet, everybody. Nice and crispy. And there it is. Look at that. It's the crispy goodness of bacon of the sea, California sheep's head, that nice butter glaze. Time to taste it. Alright, so I'm not a chef, but this is the most basic way that I know how to prepare this fish. I do like the whole plate method to put some weight down, so thanks Matt for giving me that recommendation. You can see the skin's already kind of coming off. You can see it right here. The skin is already coming off here. It's great. Let's give it a little try. A little bit of the skin. Bon appetit. Wow. That has a totally different texture than I'm used to for sheephead. A lot of times sheephead I just throw into some ceviche and don't give it a second thought. Sometimes I steam it, and I've made some faux, like some imitation lobster rolls, poor man's lobster rolls. But this is great. This is really good.
Smells so buttery. I'm just being careful with the bones. But the fish is really soft.
There shouldn't be any bones in there though. Oops.
Definitely a bone.
What do you think of the texture?
I like how the skin is crispy, but the fish fillet is so buttery and soft. Really good.
Save me some.
You snooze, you lose.
Alright, so for this we have the air fried chicharrón, no salt, no anything. And then for this we did a poached kind of steam with this Japanese liquid seasoning that I have and some water. Let's try these out. Alright, for the two bonus type of ways to cook our California sheephead, we have the chicharrón and we have the poached with some Japanese seasoning. Let's try the chicharrón. Oh wow, that's actually really good. Definitely can use a little bit of salt and some oil, so definitely fry them that way. The air fryer feels a little healthy, but even in its own fat, it's not bad. It's almost kind of like a jerky. You probably can go a little bit longer. I'd probably go 400 for 7 or 8 minutes, but not bad. Now let's try this one. I'm kind of excited about this. Here is the poached. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. So I'm a fan. Dry aging works. Dry aging, I'm gonna be dry aging all of my fish probably going forward. I think the texture is a lot better on the tongue. Definitely just kind of melts in your mouth, but still has just enough firmness. If you haven't tried it, definitely do it. Just make sure you don't rinse your fish with fresh water. You're gonna want to cut off the scales. If you don't want to do that, I think you're able to leave the scales on, but it's not that difficult. You just kind of slowly cut off the scales but leave the skin on. But before that, make sure you gut the fish. Try not to get any of the juices inside the meat. If you do, don't rinse it off with fresh water. Just wipe it with a paper towel. I've seen some other people use a little bit of salt too, and you just rub it in. Then you just you either hang it in your fridge or you wrap it in paper towels, or you put some paper towels on the inside where the guts used to be, and then you just let it sit for a couple days, 2-3 days, flip it over, and then cook it like you normally would, and you'll just taste the difference. You'll just feel the difference. The texture is just that much better. Alright, that does it for this episode of Cast and Spear. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for spending time with me, coming into my home, making the meal with me. This was really fun. If you did like it, please hit that like button. Leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts were, if you're going to try dry aging. And definitely subscribe and hit that bell notification so we can do this again. Till next time, everybody, keep those lines tight. See ya. What fish should we try next? Let me know in the comments. Oh, that's so good. Holy cow. I'm in.